All right, you guys ready? Yes. Okay, off we go.
What if you guys could take a pill that improved your productivity, your organizational skills, and your concentration in work, your job, or anything you're doing in your life? And what if that pill was free? And it made you feel good. You were happy, your quality of life was improved? Well, unfortunately, that pill doesn't exist. However, science suggests an alternative that does all of these things, and it's called sleep. How many hours of sleep do you guys get each night?
9 to 10.
Really?
7.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Anybody get 5?
Depends on the day.
Unfortunately, that is not enough sleep for you to have an improved quality of life, be concentrated, and really take in everything that you're learning, especially at school. So many of us do not get enough sleep because we're doing so much. We're not working efficiently because we're not getting enough sleep, but some of us might say we're not getting enough sleep because we're working too much. Your sleep schedule is one of the most important factors determining your daily life. Your mood, your happiness, it's all determined by how you let your body rest the night before. As students, our schedules are crazy, right? We wake up around 6 a.m., we go to school until about 2, and then most of us have a sport or a job, or we have hours of homework to do by the time we get home. So many of us find ourselves not falling asleep until after 10 o'clock, some of us maybe close to 1 a.m. A recent study of 1,000 adults tracked productivity, sleep, quantity, and quality, so how consistent you're sleeping if you're waking up in the middle of the night, as well as the number of hours that you're sleeping. The conclusion was very clear. Sleep duration, both short and long, insomnia, sleepiness, and snoring are all associated with decreased work productivity. A 2012 meta-analysis of 24 studies, which concluded the results of all patients, found significant impairments in problem solving and memory capacity among poor sleepers. So you think about it, you're staying up late, you're studying for that calc test, or you have a science exam the next day, and you're thinking, I gotta stay up late, I have to study, but you might not be retaining that information as well as you think. Think about it, you're sitting in school, you start dozing off, your brain isn't focused on what your teacher's saying, or the presentation that might be up on the board with the notes you're taking. You're losing focus on everything your teacher is saying. You're not retaining that information. Many of us catch our brain drifting exactly like that, and some studies even call this mini sleep sessions, where the brain starts slowing, interrupting your performance as a student. A Harvard study of 7,480 people found 23.2% population-wide prevalence of insomnia and 11.3 days of productivity lost per year due to poor sleeping schedules. Harvard also surveyed college students and found that over half of the student population recorded less than 7 hours of sleep per weeknight. That is not enough for you to be waking up every day and being the committed and dedicated student to your studies that you need to be in college. If you saw a bunch of people routinely smoking, what would you say? You would say they have an unhealthy smoking habit. If you saw a bunch of people routinely eating junk food or not working out or getting exercise, you would think they have an unhealthy diet. But if you see a bunch of people tired, you think they must be working hard or have an important, demanding job. So it doesn't necessarily get the same reaction as some other things. According to the National Sleep Foundation, high school students ages 14 to 17 need about 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night. For young adults ages 18 to 25, the range is between 7 and 9 hours, which most of you said you are not meeting that requirement. Now, some ways that we could maybe reconsider our sleep schedule and try and help ourselves get more sleep is, how many of you drink caffeine pretty close within 5 or 6 hours of going to bed? That is not helping your body relax and your brain calm down before you try to go to sleep. So this could be one cause of why it's harder to fall asleep at night and you find your brain wandering. Another thing that might happen is you lay in bed and you're trying to go through your checklist. How many people go through your checklist of, I need to do this, I need to do that? So it's important to calm your brain down and really think about your day, but then gather that together and then it's time for bed. Another huge factor of not being able to fall asleep is your technology that you have close to you. I know most of us probably sleep with your phone in your room, and Snapchat, your text messages, your friends calling you, they're all distractions when you're trying to go to sleep. If you're well rested, you will experience less daytime sleepiness and fatigue, which will help you be a more focused and educated student. You may need less caffeine to stay awake during your long lectures, your long work day. You're already going to have more rest, and so you won't have that need for that caffeinated drink. You'll also find yourself to be more productive, more attentive to detail, and able to concentrate better while studying. So maybe you have a test coming up. Instead of staying up until 1 a.m. the night before, if that test isn't till 4th hour, maybe try studying during app lab or during the school day when you've already had a good night's sleep. Establishing a sleep schedule and adequate sleep duration can improve your ability to cope with stress. I know a lot of us, if we have all these things built up, it's easy for us to become stressed out. Being active and productive will help you get more done throughout the day, which also reduces those feelings of stress. And when you feel less stress during the day, the better you'll sleep at night. So now I hope that you can be convinced that your sleep schedules should be one of your main priorities.
Okay, Nika, you need to sit up front.